Hi there, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Raquelle Lynnette. As you see by the title of the video, I'm going to be reviewing Huda Beauty's brand new stick foundation. So this is her second foundation. It's the FAUX Filter Skin Finish, and I never tried the first one, so I really wouldn't have anything to go off of, unfortunately, but I have experience with stick foundations. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the first impressions with y'all and also a wear test. So I'm gonna live in the foundation and come back at the end of the video to give you my final thoughts and how she stood up. So if you're interested in seeing how this product performed, you're more than welcome to continue on watching. We're just gonna go ahead and dive right in. Alright guys, so very normal, very regular. I am just gonna go ahead and put my hair in a pony to get it out of the way. But really excited about this stick foundation from Huda Beauty, so we are gonna just get right into it. I've already done my brows off camera, but we're gonna go ahead and prep our base to give the accurate barrier between foundation and skin, because you guys know I do have darker spots and I also have larger pores, so I wanna create the best base possible to not have all that shine. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Farsali. This is the Liquid Gold Rose Gold Mist. And this has, this is a primer. You can hydrate, prime, and set your makeup with this. It smells really good. You can tell that there's some vitamin C in there. And I just go ahead and mist this all over my face. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take my Somerville. This is their brand new serum. And it has vitamin B3. This has vitamin B3 and vitamin C, and it's a serum that you use to brighten and even out your skin. I always like to use a vitamin C serum before applying any type of moisturizer. It just really does to help to lighten everything on my face, and this is a newer product, so I'm just going to see how I like how this works. Alright, so the vitamin C serum absorbs super quick. Really have been liking that. It just launched, so something new that y'all might want to consider picking up here at the VIB. So now, okay, we're gonna go ahead and finally moisturize. I'm gonna be using this Farmacy. These are the Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer. It has moringa and papaya, and y'all, it smells so good. I'm almost out, so I had to like forget about it for a while so I could keep it. You know how it goes. Alright, so we're gonna move directly into primer. I don't have a Huda Beauty primer. I didn't think that the hydrating primer is going to work for me. I just feel like someone with dehydrated skin, it's not something necessarily that's going to work for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my Tatcha, the Silk Liquid Canvas. This is a great primer. It's a featherweight protective primer and it's oil-free. And we're just gonna create the barrier on our face with that. For me, I think I really like the liquid silk canvas better than the original, and I'm almost out of this. It took me a long time to get through the liquid one. I'm sorry, it took me a long time to get through the solid formula one of this. Like, I fell in love with it, but it just took me a long time to work through it. And this one, I think it just launched this year, and I'm definitely gonna have to restock soon. And you see how it just, you work it into your skin and there's not a cast or anything, so really excited about that. So taking some of Huda's Blondie powder, I'm just gonna go ahead and create a light barrier between the foundation and the primer, and also put a little bit on my brows because I didn't set them, and at the end I always set them with a gel. So this is supposed to be a buildable foundation. It says that you can have a light to medium coverage, otherwise you can build it up to be a full coverage foundation. So I did get the shade Cocoa. I don't feel like there was enough color matches for my skin, honestly. Either it was too red, too yellow, or even too green, and there's only like 3 shades to choose from. I felt like Nutmeg was too dark, and when I had him give me the little sample and the little swab in Sephora, I feel like this would be the best one that is a little bit too dark and maybe going to be a little bit red, but I maybe would be able to work with it with my concealer and powder. So I'm just going to ahead and build it up 1 layer, then I'm probably going to build it up 2 because I do like a full coverage foundation. So let's go ahead and see how she applies. So probably a little bit too dark, right? But honestly, like, I felt like this was the best match when I put it on my neck. I'm going to be blending this out with a Real Techniques foundation brush. I just feel like it's small and precise and it really buffs out beautifully. So we're just going to go ahead and start buffing her out. So it matches my neck. So, I mean, blending out, my face is a little bit lighter than my neck, so I always go a little darker if you guys didn't know. And she's not sticking in one place, which is important to me. Sometimes when you put down stick foundation, you're gonna have a lot of trouble blending it out, and you're gonna have to like dampen your beauty blender. Otherwise, even put a small touch of oil onto it, like I used to have to do with my Hourglass. But this one doesn't really need that, and it really does match my forehead perfectly. My forehead's a little bit darker than my body, so we're gonna get it in those little places. Not bad at all, not bad. And it's not oily. It's really not, which I really like. It glides on, but once it starts to set a little bit, it starts to get a demi-matte. So that's important for me. I'm not seeing any type of a sheen. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this up for 2 coats. So, a touch darker than my actual, like, it's darker than what I need it to be. It definitely is. And the shade range is kind of very lacking, which is kind of very sad at this point. There's been such a push for a wider range of foundation shades for deeper women. And I understand, you know, Huda Beauty is like, you know, a Middle Eastern woman, but she also was raised in the South, so she should know that at this point you're gonna get a little bit of heat underneath your butt if you aren't providing those shade ranges. I'm not sure who her demographic is or who's buying, but a lot of people I know have a lot of Huda Beauty stuff, so I know for a fact it's not just supposed to be geared towards lighter women. If not, I mean, let me know, but like, this really is way too dark. And there wasn't anything else to choose from. It was either gonna be super, 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 super dark, unrealistically like deep for me to wear, or this. Like, this was the closest match. There was nothing else to fit. So even though it is deeper than I knew it was going to be deeper. I did know that this was gonna be darker. I didn't know that when I built it up a second coat, it was gonna be this deep. So I'm gonna have to go for a lighter concealer, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look too bad on camera, but like in person, it's noticeably darker and sad. I don't know. So this is her all blended out. She is very full coverage, and I like that. And also, it's not greasy. It's drying down to a demi-matte as I let it sit. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face. As you guys see, I have a full face. I mean, it's full coverage. I built it up to the full coverage, which does deliver. You can't see anything shining through my face. It's just the color match is a little weird. So let's go ahead and do our concealer. Today I will be using the Benefit. This is the Boiing concealer, and this is in the shade 9. So I brought this concealer onto my eyelid because I'm just gonna do a quick eye. So using my Blondie powder by Huda Beauty, I'm gonna go ahead and set underneath my eyes. So now I'm just gonna lightly dust the rest of my face with a translucent powder, the Laura Mercier one that is the same color as my skin, just to set that foundation. All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and dust away this powder. All right, y'all, so I'm all set and ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and I'll be back right after I'm done with that. But yeah, so today is daylight savings time, so I've lost an hour, unfortunately. Sephora opened up at 11 o'clock, and right now it's about 1:30. So I'm just going to live in this foundation I would say until it's about time for me to take it off. So I'm gonna live in it for a long time. I'm just gonna be straightening up around the house and, you know, cleaning, doing all that. So I mean, I'll still be sweating or whatever. It's not over 100 degrees in the desert anymore, so I won't be able to test it in extreme heat. But as for now, it really is, it's set with the translucent powder really pretty. So I'm excited about that. Let's go ahead and live in the product, and I'll be here later to let y'all know what we have going on. And I'm a little nervous, but excited because it's such a pretty finish when it's all set, so. Alright, mate, so I've been watching TV. It is several hours later. It's like, I almost passed out. Like, I almost went to sleep, and I'm like, no, I have to film the last part of the review. But it's literally like, what time is it? 10:24. So it is late. I put this on hours and hours and hours ago. And we just have a very, very healthy shine going on. It's mostly just on my nose. But I don't look like an oil, I don't look greasy. It looks like something that I would have to touch up. I would have to touch my nose up with this, but I don't have to reset my entire face. I didn't really do too much. I just did a little bit of cleaning around the house, played with my kids, but I did live in this foundation for a long time. So the product was warmed up, and I really got to live in it to see how it would perform. And I think that this is the normal functioning way of what a stick foundation, or how it should function. Since it is a stick foundation, it has to be a little bit more, not greasier, but you know, like a smoother consistency to come out and to be able to blend out. It can't be too mattifying. So I do think that the formula was nailed on this. I do like the formula, and I do feel as if it held up. It really did. I've had this on all day, and I'm not dripping, it's not oxidizing. I just have a little bit of a healthy glow or oil shining through my nose. So, you know, usually that is the number one place, you know, if you hear the phrase, I have to go powder my nose, it's because that's the place where the oil seeps through the most. So I'm just seeing it right on my nose. Other than that, I think that the foundation held up very well, and I really do like it. I feel like it could honestly even mimic the Hourglass foundation, honestly. I would give this one a 4 out of 5, honestly. I like how it held up. I like the blendability, and even though the shade was darker, so yes, I would, for the price point, the packaging is pretty cute. I do think that is a really good stick foundation. I don't like the decision to not have a vast, I can't believe I'm still talking about this. What is this, November 2020, and we still don't have a good shade range. And we still don't have a good shade range. It just makes you lose respect for the brand. It just does. It makes you lose respect for the brand, and I just can't get this thing out of my mind. What do you guys think? Don't you think it's kind of old that we're still talking about shade range in 2020? Do you guys think that I should stop supporting this brand? You know, there's been a lot of warnings. Do you still support the brand? What do we do at this point when, you know, they already know what it is, and we're still not getting what we've said, and there's been an entire movement, and we're still here, and there's not a variety of colors for us to choose from. Do you guys still want me to review this brand or not? Because I really only reviewed this foundation because you guys like my foundation reviews. They do okay. I'm getting requests to do it. I'm gonna do it, but if you guys don't want me to do it anymore, let me know if I should bring this brand on my channel or not. I definitely have X'd out other brands that you will never see me supporting. So this is me, like, a heart-to-heart wondering and asking if you would like to see this brand on my page or channel. As for me reviewing anything, I would really appreciate your feedback if you could leave me a comment down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do hope that this helped you in some way. I'll also go ahead and leave some of my foundation matches just in case, you know, you're my skin tone, you have the same neutral undertone. I can give you that guide. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's kind of late. Sorry if I'm a little groggy. I'm kind of tired. I almost fell asleep. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wash all this off. I do appreciate you guys for watching this review, and I'll see you here very soon in my next video.